I said it's only money.
Oh, he ain't got it.
We done heard his tongue.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mace. Today we are live at the Miami Pro League with special guest, Chicago Bulls center, Andre Drummond.
What's up? What's
going on, baby? What's good? Thanks for coming by.
What's good? What's the word?
Look, pause off the top. It looked like you slimmed down, pause. Yo, because that's what I'm saying. You was looking big.
I was a little husky. That's what they call it.
Yeah. Like, have you lost weight?
Yeah, about 20 pounds.
You look great, man.
Appreciate you, man.
We had a segment on the show. You said you was the best college walk-on ever. Ever. That's a fact.
I think it is, yeah.
You still stand by that?
You find me somebody else?
You better than Scottie Pippen.
Was he a walk-on?
Yeah.
I guess you can give it to Scotty.
You're better than Scottie. You better than Scottie.
I'm still nice. That's all.
You might need your money back.
Yeah, I might get that back. I ain't know Scotty was a walk-on.
Nah, that's what's up. So look, man, you had a really stellar career in Detroit. Remember, I think it was third team All-NBA at one point.
Yeah.
And then when you left Detroit, it's kind of like you had bounced around to a few different teams with the Lakers. I forget who else, but now you're in Chicago. How do you feel about being in Chicago?
Chicago's good, man. I think we have a really good team, a nice nucleus. We signed back most of our guys. We added 2 new players, Javon Carr, Torian Craig. So we're the same team. I think we have a chance to do something special if injuries aren't a factor.
Right.
But looking forward to a great season, all in all.
Right. Do you think y'all missing anything on that team?
Missing Lonzo.
Lonzo
is who we're missing. I mean, he definitely was the heart and soul of that team. He's definitely missed.
Yeah.
That's a fact. So how does it feel, and I'm not saying, I haven't seen when you get to Chicago, but you were the man, in Detroit. How's it going, feeling from, you was definitely having a double-double. It's almost like you was having 20 nights for the whole time in Detroit, just from me watching. How's it go from being the man on the team to being basically a role player? How does that feel?
Yeah, it's a big transition. Definitely being traded from Detroit was definitely an eye-opener for me, just understanding the business of basketball and what comes with it. In a heartbeat, your whole situation could change. But, standing on my game and staying positive and, being prepared whenever my number is called is what I'm doing right now. I still believe I have a lot of years left in my career where I can really help a team do something well and win. But till then, I'm just trying to do whatever it takes to help my team win.
Gotcha.
When players are traded from team to team, and I know this might be a silly question, but for the fans that are listening, when you guys switch from city to city, do you like trade houses with the people?
Nah.
To be there?
I mean, people have done it. I haven't done it personally.
Yeah.
I like to have my own space and create my own home. But guys have done it before.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I did do it. I bought Greg Monroe's house when he got traded to Milwaukee.
Yeah, see?
You're right. I forgot. It's been a long time. It's been 10 years.
I always thought about that because I see people build like these crazy houses and then they get shipped off to another city. What do they do with the house that fast? So
I seen recently, I don't know what I was watching. I happened to come across it on YouTube. I don't know if you was at a camp or you were talking to kids or who you were talking to, but you were saying that you have to give that same energy no matter what.
Right.
If you're the superstar, if you're number 1 player of the team or you're number 12 or 13 or 14. Who were you talking to, and could you share a little bit about what you were talking about?
So that was at the NBPA Top 100 camp, and for me it was kind of personal because I was actually a camper at that camp. And then to come back all these years later as a player, 13 years into my game, to talk to these kids whose seat I was just in, and a lot of messages that I got while I was there resonated with me. And just this new age of basketball, man, these kids just have a different mindset of how the game's supposed to be played. So the message came from the heart. It wasn't planned. It wasn't something that was scripted. It's something that just came off the top of my head. It was my first time coaching in that type of environment. And, something just came over me seeing them play the way they were playing. So that was what the message was about.
That's what's up. Treasure, you got anything to ask?
Yeah, I have a very off-topic question. So you have a lot of tattoos. Is there any that you regret?
Nah, I got pictures of my kids on here. No tattoos. I don't usually tattoo stuff on me. I don't want on my body. Actually, I lied. My first tattoo was on my back. It was out of a tattoo book. It's like some girl's face, but it looked cool though.
That's what's up.
Got it.
Well, look, we know you're about to go play. We appreciate you. If we got time, we'll check you out afterwards.
I'm here.
You born in Mount Vernon?
I was born in Mount Vernon.
You was raised in Vernon too?
I was raised in Connecticut.
All right, cool. That's what's up, my man. I know he can't wait.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mount Vernon.
I used to live in Mount Vernon.
Yes.
Here we go. Where didn't you live, murder?
Everywhere, worldwide.
Yo, Dre, thank you for stopping by. We got time
appreciate
after
y'all,
the
man.
game. We'll check you out.
Nah,
Thank you
check it
so
out.
much.
Thank you for being here. We'll be right back.
1 hour, 1 heart, 1 love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're gonna do this again? Not tonight. I don't think so. And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the booty up, man. When I take the booty up, man. When I take the booty up, man. When I take the booty up, man.
I'm Rico fucking strong.
Took that horsepower and told the girl to giddy up.
Baby!
Fast money, money, fresh shit, cash money, Moscow mule.
I'm back.
Money. Looking back at her, I'm a crash.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña.
Okay.
Well,
Now, right now. Right now.
yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go, girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Now we are joined with Brooklyn Nets point guard Dennis Smith Jr. How are you?
Ooh, how you doing?
What's
I'm
up,
doing
man? Thank you for coming to the
great.
show, man. We
Yes.
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all having me, man. I'm a fan, bro.
Nah, I appreciate it. Where do you rank yourself as NBA point guards? You top 10?
I
Top
feel like I am.
You feel like,
I feel like-
are you top 5 point guards in the NBA right now?
Top 5. I gotta prove it.
You got some
gotta
time.
prove it.
I gotta prove it.
You got some time.
Do you think it's based on what team you go to?
I think that got a lot to do with it. The situation for a lot of people to help them out.
Yeah.
And I realized that my rookie year.
So politics is real when it comes to sports.
That shit major. That shit major. When you start dealing with money, that politics shit major.
So they already set up in their mind who they want to be the starter team.
They be knowing that years out. Me and my pops just talking about it on the way here. You know what I'm saying? They be knowing.
So you could be dead nice and then God just say, give him the ball.
That's a fact.
Don't take no shots.
They ain't gonna do all that. They ain't gonna do all that, but you know, they got their little ways, man. But it is what it like. You gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what come with this shit. I don't really
Now,
trip.
the reason he's asking you that is because I started, he came off the bench,
Yeah,
and he
that's
thinks it's
right.
politics.
Hey, I be seeing that clip y'all be posting that all so that shit's so
You
funny.
see, I was on fire. He said I was on fire. He
The
think
coach
it's
said, give
politics.
him the ball. I'm like, give him the
He
ball.
think he
Politics got on
That's
your
the
ass.
problem. You wasn't Ginobili, man. You might have been a lemon pepper Lou. You wasn't Ginobili, though. So look,
Yeah.
just shaping down, I'm a fan. Like when you was in Dallas, I was like, that kid is nice. You know, point guard with hops, athletic. I was really happy when you came to the Knicks.
Yeah.
You bounced around to a couple teams. How do you think you're gonna fit, pause, nigga? And
that was
what I say.
Nah, he on point though. He on point. He on point. He on point. Yeah, he on point.
You know why? Because niggas act like pause don't mean nothing no more. Shit was cool. Now you say some crazy shit, you say pause.
But how you gonna fit this? Wow. I wasn't gonna say nothing earlier. When I came out, you had your legs crossed like this. You and Drummond. I didn't know what that was about.
Now if a nigga cross their legs,
I
pause.
I don't know what's going on.
When I get a certain amount of money, I should.
Yeah.
Get a certain amount of money, you start that come with some money, though.
That part.
That come with money.
You need more money then.
If you ain't doing that, you ain't got enough money.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
since I can't say that, how you think it's going to work out for you in Brooklyn? It's like a lot of new pieces over there. You're one of them. How you think it's going to go?
I think it's a good spot for him. We got a lot of guys that can play both sides of the court. Like they can score the ball and they lock up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's kind of where I made my staple at these last couple of years, just locking dudes up.
Right.
So I think I'm gonna fit right in. They really wanted me there. And Jock Vaughn was a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So he know the game and he believe I'm gonna fit well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Jock
So
Vaughn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, He say he could fit in. You don't say nothing to him. He said he gonna fit well. he said he gonna fit well too.
Hey, I told my brother Leak, if I ever get on this show, I'm not gonna let y'all niggas promise. Y'all call me slipping. That's the last one though.
Yeah, he bought me there because I'm gonna fit in well.
You know, he said it twice.
Oh, yeah.
But you let him slide. Pause. I'm just gonna let you know, man.
Yeah.
So, you grew up in Fayetteville. J. Cole's your man. Is he really nice? Or is he rapper nice?
No, like not even on no bullshit. I mean, I think Cole will give you work though. Not on no bullshit.
He'll give him work?
Yeah.
No, he won't stop. He ain't gonna give me no work.
But look, I'm gonna be real.
Pause, bro. You gonna give somebody some work.
Cole will give you work. Pause. We take the basketball shit serious in North Carolina, bro. Like he got a whole gym in his crib. Like he really get to it every day type. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, he got some game.
Pause. Will he bust your ass?
Nah, he ain't bust my ass. Pause. Nah, he ain't not. That's not happening. He got game though.
Nah,
so then he's MTV nice. That's what you're saying.
Shit, he played pro. He played in Canada and Africa.
I spoke to Cole, he was in Africa playing. I ain't gonna
Shout out
He played
to
pro
Cole.
twice.
But what you trying to say is he not American pro nice.
I ain't gonna say it. Nah, not NBA.
Just say it.
He not NBA nice. He not
He said
NBA
he
nice.
played in Africa.
Yeah.
And then you say Canada. But
Ain't that North America?
But all the best players in the world want to come in. Look, what's our nigga?
Yamba?
Yeah, we go Canada.
So if he came to the pro league, what y'all think he'll do?
No, that's your man.
I think he'll get buckets.
Yeah, we never seen him play.
I never seen him play live. That's why we're asking you. We're saying, is he good enough to be on the NBA team if he took it more serious? Because you know he's a fucking superstar.
No.
He's not that good.
Nah, he's not that good.
He's MTV
That shit's serious.
nice.
That shit's serious. But I mean, there's some niggas here that got game, but they ain't good enough to play in the league in the pro am.
But I'm saying,
I saw some people out there. I could have played if I was in shape.
In the pro am?
Yeah, I could.
Let's stop.
pro am?
Stop that.
Oh, I could suit up in the pro am. I ain't gonna hold you now. No disrespect to the pro am.
I have at least 15, 12.
Y'all got to show me.
That was easy.
Y'all got to show me.
You got to show him.
Oh,
really? Y'all
gotta
pull up
show
in
'em.
Raleigh, man. We'll get them runs at Cold Joint.
Listen, man, we smoking this shit. We got a lot going on. I need to get in shape before. I just want to know, because all jokes aside, like, seriously, like, when I was watching the NBA All-Star game and he just got up out his seat with a jacket on and almost dunked, I'm like, that was kind of athletic. Then when I called him about some other business, he's like, yo, I'm in Africa right now playing in the NBA and I'll be back. So being that I knew you was cool with him, I thought I'll figure out exactly how good he is. But you're saying he's not NBA good.
Not NBA nice, no.
All right. Well, if he go, I don't think you can play in Canada.
Huh?
I don't think you can play in Canada right now.
How long you need, Mace?
I think if I was in shape, I'd get at least 15, 12 out there.
Hey, yo, you keep saying you're gonna get in shape. This nigga,
Killer, keep it real. You've never been with me in a basketball war and we lost, right?
you talking about 25 years ago,
Yeah,
bro.
when the last time you played, though? I don't want y'all. When the last time y'all
I don't play, that's the thing, I don't play.
It's over with then.
He keep playing me, beat Allen Iverson
I
one-on-one.
beat AI for the money.
Yo,
You did
I'm
or you
like
will?
that. I'm like really like that.
You did or you will?
I'm like that.
he did.
Oh, he did beat him for some bread?
Yeah.
But no.
Look,
That's tough, though.
I'm
I
like
hate shit.
No. AI had to
Listen,
score 10, he had to score 1.
I'm like that.
That's how he won.
You don't want to say nothing about that, though.
As soon as I got the ball, it was game. That's how I play. If I get the basketball, it's over. It's no getting it. You know.
It sound good. I heard about y'all hooping shit.
You heard about me.
You know I rock with Sham.
Both of them?
Oh, I heard about both of y'all.
Where you heard about him at? And what?
Sham is my man.
Yeah.
That's my man.
You know what? You call Sam and ask him who he rather have on the team. Exactly.
He gonna say. This is what he gonna say. I would prefer having Cam on my team, but if I want to win, I'm going with Mace.
That don't even make no sense. You always prefer to win. Why would you prefer to win?
Nah, you on to something
all
with
the
that.
time?
No, Killer was like you know, high flying, all that. But me, I make sure we win.
Oh, you floor general type, like.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Let me give you a better question, right? I'm gonna give you a great question. He definitely Chris Paul when we was playing.
Yeah.
But I'm John Morant.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Who you want?
I can't answer that. I can't answer
I
that.
gotta play against both these niggas.
Two of my Carolina niggas. I ain't worried about playing against them.
Yo,
Two of my Carolina dogs,
that's a
though.
good
That was
point.
crazy,
That's a
yeah,
good point.
yeah, they
They
both
going
from
against
Carolina.
North Carolina. I like that.
Uh-huh.
But Chris Paul who wins. Chris Paul who wins. Not
Chris Paul never won.
I knew he was going to say that.
He said a Chris Paul who
shout
wins.
out to Chris
Don't
Paul.
shout to Chris-
That's killer doing that.
I knew he was going to say that.
That's killer.
Nah, because it seems like we always get on Chris Paul, and I fuck with Chris
Yeah.
Paul. Chris, we love you. We fuck with you. I'm just calling out who never won the
Yeah.
championship.
All right.
John Morant ain't win championship.
But you didn't say Ja.
I'm just saying, you say you prefer a nigga who want to win, but Chris Paul never won.
Back to you, Jimmy.
Me too. Okay,
I'll let y'all figure
so
that out.
quick question. So there's an interview saying that the J. Cole shout out was one of your like top 10 best moments in life. Is that true?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so what would be your number one?
Have my son.
Having your son.
Just had my son 10 months ago.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations. Thank you, Dennis, for being here. And with
Sure.
that, we'll be right back.
Yo, we appreciate you for coming, baby.
Appreciate it, my nigga.
Thanks.
Let me go get busy, man. You watch
Yeah.
my game, tell me you have 15 or 12.
Yeah.
I bet you won't say
15,
that.
12.
Not at my shit you won't.
Yeah, 15,
Promise you.
12.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman wanna be free?
Welcome back. Now we are joined by Ronnie Taylor, the founder of Taylor Sports Group. How are you?
Good. How you guys
I'm
doing today?
doing well.
Yo, what's
How
up,
are
man?
y'all?
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, what's up, Ron?
Thanks for having me, bro. I
Man,
love
too.
y'all show, man.
So for the people out there that don't know you, give us some background on who you train, what you do, why'd you even get into training professional athletes?
Shit, I was a hooper myself, played 13 years in Europe. After that, I kind of had a vision of what I wanted to do. After that, I started working with the likes of like Amari Stoudemire before he finished, Bam Adebayo, Donovan Mitchell, PJ Tucker. I mean, the names go on and on and on, you know?
Right.
Got a lot of max contract guys I work with and everything like that. Darius Garland, you know, so, you know, the blessings from basketball just keep coming in, you know?
Got you.
That's good. Well, like when you started training, when you transitioned from playing, how did you know you wanted to train?
Nah, I mean, the game has been good to me. I went to college for free. I traveled the world for free. Get a chance to continue to make money just playing basketball and working with guys and really just paying it forward. You know what I mean? What the game gave to me, giving it back, you know, being able to just help guys. You know, for me, when I got ready to finish, I didn't want to get a 9 to 5. You know, I wanted to have something that could keep me close to the game and stuff like that. So I got into the training business and stuff like that. I always was a helper, you know, no homo.
Yeah.
And I used to, you know, help different guys. You know, when we come to practice, I come early, stay late, no homo. And then after that, you know, just moving forward, you know, just built the business, you know, the reputation, you know, of the work that I put in and the guys, you know, results and stuff like that. I've had different lottery picks and stuff like that year after year. So it's been good for me, you know. So basketball has kind of really shaped my whole life.
Right. To capitalize off what Mace just said, because that's a good question. A lot of times, professional athletes don't know when it's over. And they're like, nah, they jerking me. I could be paused.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, Taylor know that was crazy.
What the fuck is this?
Today you going crazy.
What the fuck is this today, my
I gotta
nigga?
check. Today
Now, a
you
lot of
going
players,
crazy.
I see a lot of professional athletes and they're like, oh, my time ain't up. I could still be playing. They cry about it.
Yeah.
What was the point? What, you say you played 13 years. Was it at 11 years, the 12th year, the 13th year, you said, I'm gonna start to make a career of this training thing? What was the like actual process of transitioning?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good question, honestly. Like for me, you know, I had a couple injuries coming in, and I had to make peace with the game. I wanted to leave on my terms, you know, like not because I got hurt, not because I didn't get the contract that I wanted. And then after that, I just figured out like what my lane was. I'm originally from North Carolina, but like I set up shop here in Miami and stuff. You know, in my playing days and stuff, people ask me where I'm from. I'm like, North Carolina. They're like, where is that? I'm like, where Michael Jordan from?
Right.
As soon as I say I live in Miami, they're like, oh, so that was half the sell off the bat.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, I used to be on social media and I got off for a long time just because it just wasn't productive for me, you know. I'd be on there scrolling, girl after girl, whatever, you know, wasted time. So then when I got back on, you know, I cleaned up my page. I told myself I was going to DM 20 players a night, whether I knew you or not. I needed people to know who I was and what I had going on and to respect me in a certain type of way. And then I just put myself as a player, you know. I knew what I wanted. I wanted a one-stop shop. So when players come in town, they get all the PT, you know what I mean? They get the training, whatever they need, you know. I'm cool with everybody in the city, so if they want to go out, you know, they need boats, whatever they need. I just made sure like they could really just focus on basketball, and I had everything that they needed for it. And I was just able to put it together, and then the work spoke for itself.
That's dope.
So with so many good players out there, right? How do you know a person is really a good trainer versus they just got the best talent that they train?
I mean, for me, you got to be able to identify like what's going on, you know, where they strong at, where they weak at, you know, who they can be as a person. Like for me, like I might analyze a person and see their game for one thing, but they think they something else. You know, for me, I'm gonna look at the numbers, but I'm old school, bro. Like you gotta know the game. You gotta be able to eyeball stuff, you know. You know, some people aren't realistic with their talent. You know, some people think they're better than what they are. So really for me, just I think a lot of players respect me because I played. You know, even now, like if you don't believe in what I'm telling you, like, all right, my man, let's lace them up. Like we can get to it right now so I can show you better than I can tell you. You know, like, so I'm really with that, you know.
Yeah.
And another question that I had that goes along with that is that when you're training a player, how much do you consider what the team is allowing them to do versus what their skill set is? Because that's what I watch most times, that you can train a guy for something, but that team will never let him do what he's training to do.
That's a good question. I mean, I got a couple players that I work with, and it's almost like having a kid and you trying to, you know, get them to eat their vegetables. You kind of got to trick them into it, you know? So for me, it's like, okay, cool. We're going to work on some things you want to work on. You know, let's be fair. But let's work on like what got us here. You know, like we can't forget about that. You know, everybody want to be an ISO player, but my man, you make your money from shooting corner threes. You feel me? So like really just understanding and being real with them, but at the same time, they don't always want to hear what the team got to say all the time. So when they come and they work out with me, like, like what do you feel like you need to work on? Okay, that's cool, we're gonna do that. But these numbers say we need to get, you know, knock down these catch and shoots, or, you know, we're not good finishers at the rim, or whatever the case may be. So kind of just giving them a little bit of what they want to do, but also, you know, hey, this is what's getting us paid. You know, like if you take a guy like Patrick Beverly and then all of a sudden like try to turn him into an ISO player, that ain't what got him to where he is right now. You know, so just really understanding players' games and their strengths, and also just kind of being able to like give them a little bit of what they want and what they feel like they want to work on, but also just being considerate and understanding like, look, this is what got us here, you know, with the team aspect and stuff. You know, so for me, I'm kind of like that little intermediary between the team and the player. I mean, I got a lot of great relationships. Like I said, for me, it's just always being honest with the game, being honest with the players and stuff.
So my last question is this. Have you ever had to be brutally honest with somebody that you're training, like, it's over, bro, it's over. like yo,
that's where I was going with it.
My nigga, like, yo, it was a good, you killed them for 12 for us, but it's a dub, man. You know, we could see what we could do for you in Australia, maybe China. Have you ever dealt with somebody in the professional level that you train, you be like, you just don't have it anymore?
I mean,
and without having to say name, I know you may not want to throw anybody under the bus, but I mean, has that happened?
I have had a couple situations like that, and for me, it's like, I'm gonna support you, but the calls ain't coming in. So when them calls not coming in, like, all right, now you coming to me like, all right, damn, like, what am I going to do? You know, so now it kind of opens up that door for me to be like, all right, let's look at that. Because at the end of the day, who am I to tell you to stop chasing your dream? I might be like, it's over, and then next you know, you get a call and be like, see, you know, that's why I ain't fucking with you. So I'll wait till the phone calls stop coming in. Well, if it's an opportunity that comes to me where like a team calls me from Europe and like, hey, I got $3 million for such and such, I'll tell you. It's up to you what you want to do with it, you know, no homo. But at the end of the day, like, I'm going to support you and I'm going to be here and I'm going to help you in any form or fashion, you know, that I can. But like, I mean, the NBA is the NBA. If they ain't calling, you know, at some point in time, you got to be realistic. You know, for me, like, I'm going to always be there and help you with your game, whether you want to do once, twice a day, whatever you want to do in terms of the training. But at the same time, you got to understand the business. You know, it's a young man's game at this time. Like, you got all these Ja Morants and everybody like that coming in. You know, they ain't necessarily checking for those older guys at the moment.
So let me ask you again, have you ever had to tell somebody that it's a dub? It's over for you.
It's over.
I mean, like,
yes or no?
Straight up, yes or no.
I mean, in so many words, yeah, I have. You know, I don't even want to say it's a dub because for me, I don't really feel like the game is ever over. You just talk
like
about
that.
having like rappers play and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily ever over. Now the big checks might be over. You know what I'm saying? But in terms of the game, bro, you can play till you 50, 60, you know what I mean? At what level, that changes.
Oh, yeah, because you can play in Big 3.
Yo, wow.
Boss. Yeah.
Or you could play in the 40 and over league at the fire department.
Yeah, you can play in the PSAL with the police.
You know why I fuck with him? Because he's keeping his door open. Like, he's like, I ain't fucking my money, yo. I'm not gonna say I ever.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, when you think about trainers, I've never seen a trainer train any player for defense.
No, that's definitely something that we talk about. Like, obviously, you know, you see the
Do
videos.
you train for defense?
Do I train for defense?
Yeah, do you?
We'll go with video. Like, yo, my man, what you doing right now? You know, like, a player ain't gonna necessarily come in the gym and do defensive slides all night. They not doing that. But we're gonna sit here and look at this
But
video.
that's a part of the game, though.
It is. But for who? It's a couple guys, you know what I mean? Or
you got Bruce Bowen, Patrick Beverly, Tony Allen.
Yeah, for real. John Starks.
Nah, I'm going, my nigga. He talking about, come on.
Mookie Blaylock.
Nah, bro.
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow, I don't even know how he got in the NBA, but to his point, at his point, niggas want baskets, man.
Yeah.
Niggas want baskets.
You know what I mean? You gotta think about it. The NBA, ain't nobody really stopping anybody.
Right.
I don't even care who your best defensive player
I don't
is.
believe that myth right there.
Who?
That there's nobody stopping nobody.
Who's stopping somebody?
That's a mindset.
What you mean?
That's a mindset.
The players are too crafty and too nice.
Jordan
right now.
stopped
And then,
people.
Jordan, we talking about years ago. But what I'm talking about right now, they don't even let you touch people like that, no homo. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
ain't
you
nobody
really going flagrant today. We letting a lot.
He's on point. He's on point with his shit.
Yeah.
He's definitely on point. He's been on point. Don't let Murder act like he's not on point. He's been saying, you say pause because we don't want the wrong people to start, but he's been saying NH the whole time.
Yeah. But I got a question for y'all, though.
Yeah.
Because I got somebody that's been looking for y'all.
Oh, yeah?
My man Chalmers. He want that one.
What about him?
Oh.
First of all, that's, hey, yo, you've been doing good the whole time.
He said, my man.
He want that
Chalmers,
work.
your man, want that work.
What, you train Chalmers?
Chalmers came through. You know what I mean? He comes through.
So what you want some bull? What's up? What's up? What you talking about? What are we talking about?
Hey, for me, I seen it going back and forth.
Hey, yo, listen.
Entertaining to me.
Let me tell you something about Tom. And
I
listen,
got money on Killer right now.
He around?
I got my last little bit of money on.
I can tell sometime soon.
Is he around?
I got money on Killer right now.
Is he around? Let me know.
Put it down. I got money on Killer right now. I got the money on Killer right now.
Is he around? What are you talking about?
I got the money on Killer right now.
Niggas sending decoys up here. Listen, man, I spoke to Chalmers. Thing about it is this, and no shade. Chalmers, my man, we be talking on the DM. It's an A side and it's a B side.
Yeah.
This is an A side and an N side. Like, he gotta work his way up to B. Like, you gotta get.
Killer, an A side and an N side.
I'm saying it's not even B side. Like, yo, because I'm not saying basketball wise. I'm talking about, yo, I gotta sell this whole fucking game, man. We gotta get some person, we gotta sell it. But listen, I spoke to Charles in New York, and I told him we gonna lay off from Pause or Instagram and everything else. But when he ready to.
The money down.
I see it.
It is what it is.
I was impressed.
It is what it is.
9 digits.
Hey.
9 digits.
I put this rollie on it, he can't beat Killer, yo. Put that rollie down. I put the rollie down, he can't beat
9 digits on the floor, man.
Let's go.
Tell Chalmers that, man. It's on the floor.
Tell
man.
Chalmers, show up.
You got
Chalmers,
anything
if
else
you
wanna ask?
watching it.
Well, you here?
We got 9 on it.
Okay, so I do have a question for you. So it seems like throughout your business, like you've been betting on yourself. okay, and you like were DMing players, who was that first big name player that kind of gave you that shot, that chance to prove like, look,
It's a great
I
question.
can do this, I'm a trainer?
You know who was? And shout out to my man, Tyreek Evans. So Tyreek Evans used to come to the city, we used to party, kick it, you know, all the normal shit. And then one summer he hit me up and he was like, bro, I'm about to come to the city. I'm like, all right, what you want to do? He's like, no, I'm just coming here to work with you. And so for that, bro, like I appreciate him because he just knew what him coming to work with me, pause, would do for my brand, you know? And then from there, you know, Rudy Gay, Malcolm Delaney, who else did I get that summer? Like I said, Amari, like it just kept growing, you know, pause. It just kept growing, the brand kept growing, and like now, you know, I'm with Bam Adebayo all the time, I'm with Donovan Mitchell, you know, I'm with John Wall all the time, you know, just traveling. I just came from Toronto doing a big pro-am game up there, so like the game has been good to me, man, so it's only right that I pay it back for it, you know, helping guys younger than me. And a little selfishness in me, like it helps me keep me close to the game, you know? Even though I know, like, you know, for example, Desmond Bain, I had Dez too, no, pause, that's crazy. Dez was one of my guys. Dez was a client of mine as well. And obviously Desmond Bain would have been Desmond Bain with or without me. But just knowing I had a little piece of his journey on the way, you know, he just signed, 207? You know, Cam Johnson, you know, he just signed 108.
Right.
So I got a lot of big time guys that, you know, I helped them in the process, whether it been a small step or a big step. You know, I just kind of, you know, been there to play my part, you know, whether it's on the mental side, whether it's, you know, after a game, you know, and they needed me to talk to them or whatever, or we in the gym. Right now, I'm doing 3-a-days with Bam Adebayo. 6 in the morning, I'm up this whole month, you know, so.
You doing 3-a-days with Bam?
Yo, chill out. That's pause.
I let him, he's on a roll. Let him rock out.
3-a-day.
Right. But yo, thank you, man, for coming up, man. You got a great story, man. And let everybody know your social, how to reach out to you if they want to get out.
And I appreciate you guys, man. You can find me at Taylor Sports Group. Me and Beasley, we both own We the Ones and stuff like that. I got a couple shirts for you. So
shout out to Mike Beasley, man.
Shout out.
That's my brother right there. So you can find me at Taylor Sports Group or hit us up at We the Ones, WeTheOnes.com or We the Ones on the gram.
Perfect. Thanks, Ronnie, for being here. And with that, we'll be right back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. We are joined with Miami Pro League Commissioner Kyle Davis. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course.
Kyle, thank you for having us, man.
Yeah, it's all love. Appreciate you guys.
Well, listen, this is our first time here. Packed house. NBA players, NBA trainers. How long have you been doing this and how did you start?
Oh man, this is year number 9. Literally started as an idea in a garage down in South Miami.
Stop right there. What do you mean garage? Give me a outlet of when you say garage, what do you mean garage?
There's a little suburb called Country Walk, Florida, down by Metro Zoo. I was in my buddy's garage in 2012. Once I moved back from New York, I lived in Harlem for about 6 years.
What street?
126 in Lenox, right above the American, whatever that bar is on the corner. Across from Red Rooster.
You're going to say Allen Clayton Powell Jr.
Stop that. No, nothing like that. Nothing like that.
You know why in Harlem, the new people from Harlem, like, if you go to the avenues, it says Frederick Douglass and Adam Clayton. I don't even know if that's 7th or 8th because I know it's the 7th or 8th, but you on point.
Exactly.
Sorry to interrupt the story.
So
garage.
Literally had a little burning session in my buddy's garage and I was like, yo man, I just left New York. I just saw Rucker Park, I saw Dykeman. I was working for an agency and our main client was Nike Basketball. And I was like, yo, this is dope. But I was like, F that, I'm from Miami. My dad's a Brooklyn dude, I'm a Miami boy. I'm a little mixed, but I was like, yo, I want to do something dope in my city, my way, you know? And that's where this brainchild came from. I started off with 2 investors and partners from New York, Anton Marchand, which is Foxy Brown's oldest brother, and then my buddy Bernard Bowen. We both worked at Nike Basketball for a couple years, and I was like, yo, I got this idea, I need some money, I'm doing it in Miami, and I'm making some noise, and that's it.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I came off the idea, if you build it, they will come. and Kevin Costner, Field of Dreams, and that was it. That was like my idea. If you go back to the very first post on Miami Pro League page, it's me, my own street team, spray painting chalk on the sidewalks with the logo. And it was like, if I don't believe in it, nobody else will. So that's where the baby came from.
So when you're saying, just so I'm clear, you're saying in the garage, the idea, I thought you meant y'all was playing basketball.
Yeah, that's
no.
That's why I was like, yo, what kind of garage?
That's why I was quiet. I'm like,
it was
garage he got.
It was me coming back to Miami from New York. I spent 6 years in New York and just powwowing and catching up with my buddies and then telling them about all the cool stuff and energy and vibe I found in New York. And I was like, yo, I want to do that our way back home. Make everybody that's up top got to come down south and rock with us now. And that's
when you say your way, what's the difference?
So just the Miami flair, like the Hispanic culture, the Caribbean culture, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Bahamians, the Cubans, the Dominicans, like the melting pot. Like there's a melting pot in New York and we got one down here too. It's a little different, but same. So just with our little flavor, you know what I mean? And me and my buddy Debo, who's the MC, we started off, it was a love-hate relationship. We started off in high school, like I was telling Cam. He's from Brooklyn, New York. My dad's from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from Miami. So it was like I was seeing this dude in high school pull up in some Timbs and Hilfiger jackets, and I was like, yo, who is this dude in Miami wearing jackets in the summertime? So I would always clown him, and he's like, yo, I'm from Brooklyn, bro. And I was like, cool. Fast forward, I was like, I got this idea. You're the only one I would bring this to that would believe in it, and me and Debo are here years later still rocking out. He's the MC now, and he didn't start off as an MC. He had to step up to the plate when our other MC got injured. So, it's a fulfillment moment seeing my friends and my family like grow with this with me, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who was the first credible player to kind of stamp this league?
Very good question. Believe it or not, it was Andre Blatch from the Brooklyn Nets, day one, year one, in a gym in Coral Gables High School, maybe 15 people, but he was there suited up on day one. And that's how I knew this was gonna be a hit.
That's what's
up. And that was all by word of mouth, like passing out flyers at LA Fitness, gyms and stuff like that. And once we saw that NBA guy show up on day one, we were like, okay, we know we got something here.
That's hot.
Yeah, thanks.
And since then, who has been the greatest?
Oh man, I couldn't even do it justice. We have players from the James Hardens to the John Walls to the Bam Adebayos, Vic Oladipo. The list goes on and on and on. Like I didn't even know tonight we have D'Angelo Russell in the house. No one invited him. It was word of mouth, and he just pulled up. So it's been an organic sort of like growth over the years. I'd say like the biggest star in my eyes was when we had Dwayne Wade show up with his son, and he let his son play with us. That's how I knew that we had something strong for an NBA star of that talent to believe in us enough to let his son play with us. I was like, okay, this is going somewhere.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So moving forward, what haven't you done that you want to do with this league?
So we've actually made some big noise this past season. We took on other summer pro-ams in LA. We took on Drew League, Dykeman, Rumpf League in Philly, and Brunson League in DC. We fell short in the championship. But one thing I want to do is I want to bridge the gap, and I guess I'll leak it out here. My goal is I'll be able to ride off into the sunset when I get LeBron and his sons playing together here in Miami Pro League.
Right.
So you heard it first here. I'm making that happen.
That's what's up.
That would be crazy.
That's my stamp of approval.
Right.
Oh man, that's what's up.
So nobody try to take that. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
KD.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
Facts. So
So do you see the championship of New York playing Miami and Miami
Hell yeah.
LA?
Hell yeah. And we're working towards that. Everybody, has their home team heroes. And everybody.
You should do that. You should do it right here.
So the problem is we bring everybody to Miami, everybody gets spread out and everybody gets lost in Miami. So if there's a way to like
Booby trap.
You already know. The managers are inside.
$2 Tuesday.
Yeah. You already know. So it's that. But once we can figure it out, that's the plan, is to bring it here and build out a gym outside. I want it outdoors with the sexy skyline of Miami with palm trees and whatnot.
So the king of Pro-Am, all of the championship teams come together.
So, and our slogan is bring your game, not your name. And that's how we would push it out. It's like, yo, I don't care who you are, where you from. If you got game, bring it. Yeah.
So where can people watch, for people who haven't seen the Pro-Am Miami yet, where could they watch it at?
So funny enough, we're live streaming right now on the NBA app. All the games are live streamed, and we have all the content, and we're gonna push it out at the end of the season on our YouTube page or whatnot. And this was like a big win for us to build this platform for these players. They don't get paid to come play in this league, but it's like, hey, some of these guys are trying to find ways to provide for their families overseas. Not everybody makes it to the NBA. A lot of guys get checks overseas, Puerto Rico, Turkey, Europe. So we're trying to show fans and these young kids like, hey, you don't have to make it to the NBA to be able to provide and be successful through the game of basketball. There's other outlets. So for this, for streaming with the NBA, it's sort of like bridging the gap of the local heroes being able to hold their own against the NBA top talent. So you got your Andre Drummonds on this side, but then you got your Antonio Hesters, which you're like, who's about to play up against him, and he's about to show out too. And it's like, you get to see both of them shine under the same lights. And that's the fulfillment moment for us. Is like, all right, this guy made a name off of balling against Drummond, And Drummond is giving back to the community and to the less fortunate too by showing, hey, these guys got talent too. Right. So it's a win-win. It's a full circle, kind of organic build here for us.
How do you decide your talent that's not NBA or college material? Like, how do you figure out, this is Miami Pro League.
Yeah.
We can't have Willie Sanders,
yeah.
so-and-so projects playing.
Yeah.
How do you decipher who's good enough to play?
Yeah, so I used to handle that the first couple of years, and then I bowed out gracefully. I leave that to Debo. Okay. Hence his name is Debo for a reason. So I let him handle all the player personnel. We do open runs now. Okay. So before the summer starts, we hold open run tryouts here, and we let guys come in and show us what they got, and we pick and choose.
So when is that?
That's usually like the first week of summer, like after Memorial Day weekend, so like June 1st.
I need that date. I'm gonna need to put that in my phone.
So we gotta talk, man. I don't know if Ronnie Taylor said it, but we gotta talk.
Yeah, Cam is not. Yeah? Cam's not gonna.
I don't know.
What Mace do?
Wait. Where's my phone? I need that date.
I heard there's a little smoke right now.
Yeah, I need
there's a little smoke in the building.
This is what Mace do. And everybody here can vouch. Y'all can't even. This the whole is what it is. That.
Yeah.
Mace FaceTime me, pause. Act like he's sweating and hold up fish pills. Fish oil pills, talking about,
Yeah, I got it in.
You know what's about to happen.
Oh, God.
Then we go to lunch.
Yeah.
And he orders 7 McChicken sandwiches. Talk about tomorrow.
And load up.
And talk about tomorrow.
That's awesome.
But that's why I need the date.
I dig it.
I need something to focus. So
mentally prepared.
Give me the date.
$7 chicken sandwich.
Cam, a man.
I dig it.
You need vision.
I dig it.
Say no more.
So give me the day. You're gonna give me the day.
June 1st.
June 1st.
Word on the street though.
11 months. Nigga.
Word on the street though is that you called out one of the players out here.
Yeah.
Mario Chalmers. You got your sneakers?
I'm
talking to Mace.
Oh no,
it was
me.
Cam.
Oh, that was Cam.
Cam. That's why I said we need a date.
That's the whole thing about it, right?
Yeah.
Mario played here before?
Yeah.
That's the point. You don't even know who he calling out. That's how popular I am. Like, niggas don't even care. That's my exact point right there. Niggas don't even know what Mario got going on. And look, Mario, my man.
Shout out the Chalmers.
Shout out Rio.
Rio, my man. I didn't even know we was clubbing for 2G. Showed me a picture of us in the class, my man. But
right.
Hey, listen, man. Look, let me ask you a question, right?
Yep.
And this my homie too. And they the fight that happened. Floyd, and I'm asking you too.
Yeah.
This is a great example, right? Floyd Mayweather was supposed to fight Adrian, or they talked about fighting. He was never supposed to.
Right.
Floyd was set to make $200 million. Adrian Broner wanted 10. Floyd said, I give you 3. He never made more than 5.
Right.
So Adrian Broner said, look, I should at least get 10.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, if you never made more than 5.
Why would I give you 10?
So let me ask you, Commissioner.
Yeah.
As the commissioner.
As the commissioner, if I play Mario Chalmers, what should be the percentage split on everything? Door, pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think a fair percentage split is as the commissioner?
That's a tough one because he is a local legend with the Miami Heat down here. So I'm looking at the draw and the door and the purse. I think the split,
let's stop right there before you give me an answer.
He won a championship, Cam. He did win a championship.
He won a ring.
Yeah, he did win a championship.
With Chris Bosh,
LeBron
James, and Dwayne Wade. Let me ask you a question. When have you heard about him since LeBron left?
He's been cooking. He's been cooking.
In the kitchen?
Oh.
Talking about with an apron? He cooking in the big three?
I would do the split 70-30 your way.
You're smart. You're a real commissioner right there.
As Cam's representative, I was
about to say murder ain't even allowed.
Yeah. I would say 80-20.
Okay.
Say 80-20.
Okay. But you're putting your money on Cam.
And my rollie.
And the rollie.
Yep. And my rollie.
The whole thing about it is this is a real commissioner because at least he's starting somewhere. At least he's starting.
He's devoted to Miami. You can tell by the way he's answering the question.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, we might have to line that up though. We'll line that up.
You know, this is my representative, commissioner.
Sure.
You know what it is? And shout out to Tom. You know, we be having fun, but we would make some bread.
Yeah.
So, and then between me and him, we talk a lot on the phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all two are the ones to make your action. Get the money.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out.
We'll talk.
Yeah. All I got is a little Casio, man. I ain't got no
Man, listen, man.
I'll put it up though.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So in the early stages, I know that you had to get a lot of exposure and get people to come out and play.
Yeah.
What was the most odd interaction you've had to get a player to come?
It's not odd because I embrace it. We live in Miami, but I have believe it or not, I had a porn star play in Miami Pro League. His name is King. And he comes and he shows.
Who?
A porn star.
Hey, yo.
I'm just King.
His name is King.
I'm just being real. Yo, you're in Miami, Florida.
It is what it is.
This is the new hotbed of porn, if you haven't noticed yet. Like Bang Bros, all that's down here. I know y'all want to play dumb like y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but y'all do. And it's the hotbed. It's the hotbed. I'm from Dade County. I see what's going around in my city. I'm observant.
You riding around the bang bus.
Nah. When I see him pull up, I'm like, okay. Cool, they're here.
That's Miami.
Right.
That's Miami.
Right.
So, but he actually played a little. He played pretty decent in the game. But I was like, yo, fam, let's bow out on this one and just sit in the crowd, you know. But that was
getting all walks of life.
All walks of life. All walks of life. I've had pilots play. I've had boxers play. But now we're at a level where we keep it elite to just professional basketball players.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
thank you for having us.
No, thank you.
for having
appreciate
us.
you guys for having me and having us and being a part of this.
Oh, come on, man. It's not a problem. Anytime we're here, man.
And let's make sure we set that game up.
Yes.
That's a given. We're not letting y'all leave today without setting that up. You and me, Miss.
Yes.
We're gonna work that out. Yeah, we're gonna set that up. And Ronnie Taylor, he has a brand called We Them Ones. His whole focus is one-on-one basketball. So we're gonna line all of this up with Rio, Cam, you and me, and let's do it.
Ronnie Taylor right here.
Okay.
Now what I come to realize is this.
Yeah.
Mario got everybody who coming up here saying something. Ronnie done said something. Mitch done said something. I see you got your people out here.
Chama said, ha.
Yeah. But I appreciate you guys for pulling up and thank you.
No problem, man.
We really appreciate all the love. And I hope you catch the action in the second game. It's about
definitely.
to go up.
We're going to stay. We got you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Again, Kyle, thanks for inviting us. With that, we'll be right back.
Thank you.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. I'm stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why my hands for me wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about you.
Welcome back. Now we are joined with Timberwolves guard Wendell Moore. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate y'all for having me.
What up, Big Tom? Thank you for coming by, man.
Okay.
Now, look, you're a Duke Blue Devil. Is it a lot of pressure playing behind all the legends that were at Duke University?
I'll probably say now, but I mean, when I was in school, for sure.
No, I'm talking about when you went to Duke.
Yeah. I mean, 100%. I mean, we got Coach K on the sideline. He's been doing it for 40, 50 years. Everybody want to beat him. So we got the #1 class in the country every single year. So, I mean, obviously, every time we step in the court, everybody want to beat us.
So were you still playing when Coach K was coaching?
Yeah.
How is that playing for Coach K, knowing how legendary he is?
No, it was great. I mean, because even though he is who he is, like, you would never know that. Like just being around him, just playing for him. Like, I mean, because he don't act like that. I mean, like, at the end of the day, he want to win every single year. So he's locked into every single team he got.
Is that his real hair?
You said what?
Is that his real hair?
I was gonna ask you.
79 with black hair. I'm just trying. It's not a hairpiece.
Nah, that man don't age, bro.
All right.
He don't age.
All right, that's what's up.
That's crazy. So when you playing at Duke, right, and you guys have to play North Carolina, explain that experience going into Chapel Hill. What's that like?
It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, it's a feeling you can't really explain. It's more so you just gotta you just feel it. Like if you in the arena, you feel the intensity. And then our two schools is only 9-10 miles apart. So when I drive there, everybody locked in on the bus. It's just intense all day. And it's
Are
all
people
day
really
thing.
sleeping outside for the tickets?
100%. That's the thing. They sleep outside for months. It's not even just a couple days. They out there for months waiting to get in that game.
Wow.
So, being from Duke, is it do you get props if you fuck a North Carolina bitch? You be like, yeah, we fucked one of y'all bitches. Is that props?
Nah, I don't even think it get that deep for real.
Okay.
Yeah, because we think of Duke and North Carolina.
I'll be like, yo, you know we fucked all y'all bitches. That's how.
And I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's more like most of us is homeboys.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You're from North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm from Charlotte, and then everybody go to North Carolina. I'm saying on the EYBL circuit, we go out playing against each other. We go to all the same camps. So I mean, we really homeboys. And then when we get on the floor, obviously it's Duke, Carolina. But at the end of the day, I'm saying we mostly
y'all
cool
are
with.
homeboys.
Yeah, we mostly cool with most of them over there.
That ruined.
Too much camaraderie,
Yeah, that's
man. So if you foul your man to pause, you gonna feel bad oh man, I didn't mean to hit him like that.
Nah, hell no, that's different.
Yeah, all right. When you on the court.
Yeah, nah, it's
I don't like all that camaraderie.
At the end of the day, we hooping. Off the court is cool.
We play against each other. He win. I don't speak to him for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we don't speak for years if he win.
It's like that sometimes. Now, coming into the league last year, did you go to the G League?
Yeah.
For a minute. Are you back at Minnesota now?
Yes, I went back and forth a good bit. I started out in the beginning, I played I had a good little stretch there in the beginning of the season. And I came back, stayed with Minnesota most of the season, and I would go back and forth a game or two.
Got you. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, so pause before I even say this, pause. Explain to the people listening what a two-way player is.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know all the ins and outs because I'm not on a two-way. But it's more so you get a certain amount of games you can play in the NBA, and then you got to play in the G League a certain amount of time. So you just got to spend time in both places.
Because I seen Marquise, kid from Harlem.
Yeah.
He got that deal that you're talking about.
Yeah. Cam didn't want to say two-way. It's crazy.
I didn't know what you was talking about.
Yeah. So who decide that many games that you play?
And what?
If a person pauses, pause. If you're on a two-way contract, who decides how many games you play in the G League and how many?
I think it's in the contract, honestly. Like I said, I don't know. I was fortunate to be drafted, so I don't got to.
Listen, I'll tell you the answer. If niggas is killing boys, you not going back to the G League. That's just that.
Yeah, basically,
you out there scoring 25 points a game, niggas are like, yo, kill all that G League shit, move them up, and that's just that. Okay. That's the way it go.
Basically.
So this year you're starting off on the team with Minnesota? What are you playing for Minnesota? Minnesota's been really creeping up the last couple years. What is your outlook on your team this year?
Yeah. No, I mean, the sky's the limit for us, honestly. I mean, we got one of the best young superstars in the league, and we got 3 All-Stars in Cat, Rudy, Mike Conley, Kyle Anderson, Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid. I mean, myself, Josh, Minot, we can go on and on. Like, really we got...
Is Mike Conley really an All-Star still?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's getting older, so he's not in his prime anymore. But
he's
an All-Star. He's an All-Star.
You gotta say yes,
When's
Gilla.
the last time he's an All-Star? That's what I was trying to figure out. No, I like Mike Conley.
Yeah.
No, but he said we got an All-Star. You mean former All-Star?
Former All-Star.
Okay.
Yeah, we got former All-Star Mike Conley. Like I said, obviously he's getting old, but he's
Mike
still
is not gonna
So
like
you just
this.
call Mike Conley old?
Yeah, he just called
I mean,
them
I
all
can say
3
that. I mean, I'm
times.
21.
All right, say no more. You know, when you go to practice, retirement is like, well, you know, when you get to practice next month.
Yeah, Mike is in there warming up.
I heard I'm old.
Word, I'm old.
I'm old.
Yeah.
All right, say less. Let me ask you this. So, and this, I know we joke a lot on the show and everything. And I always put myself in this, I'm not even gonna say that. I always put myself in like this place because it's a lot of NIL going on now.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think about it and it's like, what if one player on the team, when you playing was the NIL, did it start yet?
Yeah, I was the first year. Well, like my last year was the first year of it.
First year. So you experienced it a little bit. Even in the NBA, but we'll use NIL and NBA. How does it feel when you're on a minimum or somebody on your team is making, let's just use college for example. Somebody gets a Pepsi deal and you only have a Target deal. What do you think that's like? How was that like your last year of college when somebody be making $1 million and somebody else be making $5,000? How do they treat the $1 million guy?
I mean, for me, I kind of went through that. Like,
okay, so cool. You went through something.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
like it's not like it's not like a hate or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, like I played with Paulo. Ben Carroll's #1 pick. Like, was my last year.
Right.
So obviously he was getting 2K cards, all this, that, everything.
Right.
But like, that's what he's supposed to get. He's #1. He's #1 pick.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we all go to Duke, and we all eating. So if we win, he eat, I eat, he eat, he eat.
So does
everybody
he
eats.
share the money? Does he share the money? Is he looking out? That's what we want to know. Yeah.
That's a legitimate
That's a good question.
Nah, ain't nobody just giving out money, but like, I'm saying we take care of each other. Like
So he's not giving out money, but he take care of you. How?
Like we go out to eat, like might be on him. Next time might be on me.
So, but that's the question. It's such a disparity, and I'm like, me and Murder 25 years out of NIL. I wish he would have got $1 million and I got $3. I'd be hello. So that's what we're trying to figure out because, you know, I was speaking to Deion Sanders and he was like that the college football parking lot looks like a dealership.
Yeah.
And you got everybody on the team, but may make, I don't want to say Deion Sanders for this, but you know, anybody can make X amount of dollars or somebody can make, you can make 1,000 a month or somebody could be making $1 million a year. How do you treat the person that's making $1 million if you tough?
Yeah, how does he come to practice?
Yeah.
How does that work with the coach? Does the coach treat him different because he's making $1 million?
I mean, I played for Coach K, so nah, like
forget that with Coach K.
Coach K don't
he
care.
wasn't going for that.
Coach K probably ain't even like the whole NIL shit at
That's
all.
why he left.
Yeah, he might have.
I think that's why he left.
He's getting Coach K about 78.
No, but he couldn't. You can't recruit the kids the same if they start getting millions.
But Coach K was about to go on an investigation. Zion, that's just my opinion. Coach K owns some banks and shit. I did a whole investigation.
Yeah, Coach K, yeah.
Some banks. I ain't gonna throw you in that. You gotta go back for alumni game.
Yeah.
But yo, man, we wish you the best of luck. Trud, you had anything?
Yeah, real quick. So was there an expectation that you had going into the league that you were completely wrong about?
That was a good question.
That's a great question. You know, I tell people all the time, like, when I got to the NBA, like, I grew up, all I want to do is hoop. Like, just roll out of basketball, go play. But then when you get to the NBA, it's a lot more that goes into it. It's a whole nother side of
It's politics.
Business.
Business. Politics. Like
it takes the fun out of it, pause. I said pause.
Welcome.
No, I ain't gonna say all that, but
yeah, he's going crazy.
I mean, sometimes it can get a little like bit tougher than you think.
Right.
Like, it's just,
Is it more business or politics?
That's a good question. I mean, I only been in the league 1 year, so I'm still, you know what I'm saying, I'm still learning now. I'm still trying to figure out which one is more. But at the end of the day, I just want to play basketball. So that's all I'm there for.
You know what? And you know what I like about you, your professionalism, is that you like niggas ain't sending me back to the G League. I'm gonna say everything I got to say. And I'm staying on the two to get the right check, bro. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Thank you for coming by.
Yes, again, thank you, Wendell, for being here. We'll be right back.
Pink horsepower.
She called this thing about toxic.
What's happening, baby? Baby, what's happening?
Why you walking like that?
That's how I walk.
And then like you come on breathing on me like that.
I fucking breathe to live.
And like you used to be dark skinned and now you act like hella light skinned.
Are you fucking blind? I'm dark skinned. What the fuck?
And then like look at your beard.
What the fuck is wrong with my
looks
beard?
Stupid.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I don't even like it. The way you breathe in all of that.
Has this ever happened to you? Your girl seems to be mad, angry, upset. She's frustrated. It's only one way to handle that. Pink horsepower.
But your breath is really refreshing.
No.
I'm just trying to give you a massage. Plus, have I told you how good your beard looks lately? It looks so good.
No.
PHP. It works every time.
Wait, where you going?
Welcome back. We are now joined with NBA skills development trainer Stanley. How are you?
I'm great, man. Happy to be on this show. I'm a big fan.
You coming on here all cool and shit. Like, early he was like, look at your man, look at him.
He think he Phil Jackson.
Like, this is what I do.
He said every year, this is where I end up.
That's what's up, man. Hey, yo, let people know a little bit about your journey and how you became a trainer.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously I played basketball, high school, college.
Where at?
At Morris College in South Carolina. It's Division II out there. I got into the training because I felt like I was average until about 11th and 12th grade year, and that's because I started training. But I did what everybody did. Like, we just go to the park, hoop against older cats. That's how we grew up training.
Yeah.
We didn't have skills trainings and stuff like that.
Right.
So until I met my good friend Keon Doolin, 13-year NBA veteran, he just signed with Miami, and that summer we started training. And I watched my game go from like, to me, I was average. Obviously, to other people, I wasn't. But to myself, I felt like I was average amongst the like Amari Stoudemires and the Darius Washingtons and the Sebastian Telfairs. Those are my class of guys that I played against. So I felt like...
And you bust their ass, pause?
Pause. But,
I said pause, man.
Pause.
I said pause, bro. Talking to murder, man. You bust Sebastian Telford ass, pause?
Nah. They got the best of us that game, for sure. But yeah, I just started working on my game and I watched myself get a lot better. And I felt like it was a secret to cats in the hood. So I knew like kids need to know how to get better. So I just knew in my heart that I wanted to do that and influence the community.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'll ask all the questions. I just break. Who was your first client that made you say your stamp of approval? I know you just named Keon Doolin. Outside of him, who else did you work with that you say, this really gave me the stamp of approval?
Well, that's a two-part question for me. From the NBA side, definitely people like Udonis Haslem, who's in there right now, James Jones, who's the president of the Phoenix Suns, the late, great Rasul Butler from Philly. Those guys started validating me, but to me, what solidified me as a trainer and as one of the top guys is actually creating an NBA player. To me, that's validation for me because anybody can train an NBA player, right? So I feel like when you get somebody from the 9th and 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and you stay with him consistently year after year, he doesn't outgrow you, you don't outgrow him. You know, the game change, I change with what I'm doing, and he makes it all the way to the NBA, lottery pick. Brandon Knight, somebody like that, you know, I feel like that's what solidified me in the game for sure.
Wow.
That's dope.
And it was cool, obviously. I mean, I trained D-Wade from last year, the Big Three, through the rest of his career. Like, those are great accolades, but the Jet Howards who just went lottery just now, the Orlando Magic, the Vernon Careys that played at Duke actually with Wendell, those guys I had since like 4th grade, 5th grade. So to see them still with them till today, and then to be able to be with them throughout that whole journey, to me, that solidifies me as a developer for sure.
What was the difference between those guys that you trained from 4th grade all the way up to the other guys that probably was as good as them growing up, just for people listening?
I mean, when you're so young, you listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to, good players don't want to listen. You know, they feel like they know it all. So like, you know, gaining the trust of somebody so elite, so young, and, you know, I think that's the biggest difference. I think guys that are already good, they don't want to listen. So being able to mold them how you want them to mold Pauls. So like, you know, I think they do a better job of getting better.
So your format works, pause from young all the way up, so you can find a kid right now and make him a pro if he follow you.
No, that'll be more like magic. I think they gotta have a few of the qualities, right? There's a lot of God-given stuff that you can't, genetics, like that name like a Juwan Howard's son, you know, Jet Howard. His dad played in the NBA, right? And if you look at the genes, like he's 6'10", you know you're gonna get the height, you know you're gonna get the athleticism, right? And it's just like you're gonna get the discipline, right? Because he's already there. So those things are the hard parts, right? So like
You think
now,
the discipline is automatic?
no, I think the discipline comes from somebody that's already made it, that understands what discipline is about.
And
So
you know, his father looks like he's a disciplinary ass.
100%. He didn't play the radio with him. So I think that's finding somebody to come in and be consistent, to come in and want to work on your game every day. Like I always tell these young guys, you got to be different. You're going to be different. Your social license is going to take a hit. You ain't going to be able to be at the parties all the time. You ain't going to be able to. So it's going to be different. So, you know, being consistent is a challenge for sure.
So you're basically training the kids to give up a life for a life?
Absolutely. I mean, I tell them all the time, even some of the NBA players that, you know, that might party too much or, you know, let the fame get into them. I tell them, just give this game 12 years of your time and you'll have the rest of your life to live with a fortune. But you're messing up your fortune by trying to overlive it while you're in it. You understand that this is still a job. So give it your all. Give it your consistency, your discipline, your effort. That's it. Give it 12 years of your life once you make it, and you'll make a fortune. And then you could, you know, because they try to live it while they're playing and they cut their fortune in half to me. You know, there's a lot of guys that are struggling off the floor that's struggling in their bank account as well.
That was a great point.
Yeah.
Give it 12 years.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Is this something that you can make a full-time living on, or do you have to do something else to survive outside of this? Or this is full-time for you, you make a living off training professional athletes?
That's a great question. That's an amazing question. And I'm gonna tell the world obviously now, because that's a lot of people reach out to me. I do little courses and classes and telling them how to be. It ain't just a basketball training. It's a business as well. So it's that side of it. I could shout out my good friend Maurice Jordan. You guys might know him. His name is Keno. He did like Dreams and Nightmares that be produced all of that. He's the one that put business in my mindset. He's seen me as a hungry kid, just out in the sun training kids, and he's like, how much you charge? I'm like, nah, I just want to get kids better. And he saw how good I was at it, and he was like, nah, bro, you got to start making money. Like, people can't show up to a workout with $20 in their hand. How about you make them pay up front for the month? Like, if they consistent about it, like, make them pay, you know, $300 for 8 sessions, right? So when you got 20 kids paying that, you start seeing like, dang, okay. Instead of them walking up with $20 in their hand, it started to grow. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to put some more business behind it. Same thing with the NBA players, and it started just growing. And definitely it's if you do it right, it's definitely a six-figure business for
Do
sure.
you think there's ever a time where people are spending their money on as children and they're not getting the things they should get from trainers?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, now when I was coming up, it wasn't a lot of me. So even with Ronnie Taylor, who's over there now, who's Miami Hoop School, guys that came into Miami and started to do what I'm doing. You know, I had the only child syndrome. It was only me. When you come to Miami, it's only coming to see Remy.
Yeah.
So seeing how Miami's evolving, I love it. It's more of me. It's just making the city bigger. It's making Florida in a whole more of a basketball state, because we never were a basketball state. We're always a football state.
You think it's a basketball state?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in the last 10 years, we've pumped a lot of NBA players out on the low. You know, right now we have the #1 high school player in the country, you know, coming out of Florida. So I think it's evolving. I think that we're translating some of that football athleticism into basketball, because it's more guys like myself now. So like now,
You're taking the credit for that.
well, no, I'm saying, basketball trainers are able to take a football player and say, hey, you're super athletic, super fast, your genetics is great. Now you just got to train basketball. And then now you got guys that are becoming basketball players that were football, that could have easily been a football player by genetics.
And one thing is, too, you don't got to call it the only child syndrome because your mom ain't lay up and have 100 kids, because I'm an only child, so fuck that. They always try to act like you get everything by yourself.
Right.
Child syndrome. They go, right, my fault my moms ain't lay up and have 200 kids. Don't call it a sibling syndrome for other niggas when they try to hit you when you're selfish or you don't want to share. You're like, oh, you got an only child syndrome. Don't fall into that.
Yeah, that means it's only about you, right?
That's what they want you to say.
That's what they want me to say, for sure.
That's what's up. And if anybody wants to get in contact with you or wants to be trained by you, give them your information as well.
You can just DM me on Remy Workouts on IG. I'll try to get to it.
Cool.
Well, thank you, Stanley, for being here. With that, we'll be right back.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two big necks. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.